It's no surprise some of the most contentious questioning in the Benghazi hearing today came from the 7 Republicans on the House Select Committee. Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio used some of his allotted time to grill Hillary Clinton about whether the State Department intentionally misled the public by suggesting early on the protest over an anti-Islam video played a role in the attack. I want to go back to Dana Bash, who's with the congressman right now.
Thanks so much, Anderson. And Congressman Jordan, thank you so much for joining me. I just want to start with something that your chairman said right here just a few minutes ago, Trey Gowdy. The question was, did you all learn anything new? And the answer was, I don't know that she testified that much differently today than the previous times she testified.
So, yeah, she gave a lot of the same answers, but I think the American people learned something new.
Which is what?
That she told the Egyptian prime minister that it wasn't a film, that it wasn't a protest, that it was a planned attack. I mean, she told the Egyptian prime minister one thing. She told the American people, oh, no, this is a video-inspired protest. So one thing public, one thing private. She told her family it was a terrorist attack. She told the Egyptian prime minister it was a terrorist attack.
And tell me why this matters when you're trying to get to the bottom of what happened that night. Explain why that matters so much.
Well, it matters in a much more fundamental sense than that. American people expect their government to give it to them square. They expect the truth from their government. We can handle the truth. I mean, so they expect government officials to give it to them straight, and she obviously didn't do that. She gave it straight to people in private, like her family. She gave it straight to the Egyptian prime minister and to the president of Libya, but not to the American people.
Now, you've been in this hearing all day, so I'm not sure you've been able to get briefed on the buzz generated out of this, but even some Republicans are saying that this actually ended up being political, but not in the Republicans' favor, but in that it made her look good, her look capable, her look presidential.
Yeah, I leave that to other people.
Does that concern you? You are a Republican.
Well, what concerns me is getting to the truth. What concerns me is accomplishing the goal of the committee. And I don't think my questions were partisan. My questions were taking her statements and say, well, these are completely opposite. These contradict each other. So that was my question. I also asked her about this. I said, look, if you're the most transparent person in history, as you claim, then why won't you allow a neutral third party like a retired federal judge to examine these 60-some thousand emails that you and your legal team said 30,000 are public, right, belong to the taxpayer, 30,000 are private, you're not going to get to see. Why don't you let a federal judge, the FBI's got the server, for goodness sake. They may find something on there, and if they do, let a federal judge say, does some of that belong to our committee, is relevant to our committee, getting to the truth about what happened that night?
So getting to the truth, what's next? What's next for your committee? Are you about to wrap things up, or at least sometime soon?
Well, we got several more people to interview.
Who is that? Who's that going to be?
Well, you have to talk to the chairman, but there's a plan to do that. We've already interviewed 50 people. We just got 5,000 Chris Stevens emails today. The ambassador, so no other committee's seen his emails. We get 5,000 pages here in the last week. We got to look at that. So it would be nice, and it's frustrating that we have to keep saying this, but it's frustrating. It would be nice if the Democrats would help us, this administration would help us, instead of dragging their feet, get us the information, help us get to the truth so we can write the report, the American people some truth and closure to this, and particularly the families of the four individuals who gave their lives.
Congressman Jordan, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Anderson, back to you.